Alright, this is Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm Sergeant Silent, and this video, the intent of this video is to showcase the differences between the different difficulties of Metal Gear Solid 4. There's no commentary or dialogue really unique to this outside of a few specific places, which I will mention. Otherwise, the main reason I'm submitting this is because I want to open up a bidding war on which of the difficulties I'm willing to run is the one we run in the marathon. They're all essentially the same length, no more than 15 minutes of difference, and that's just because of slight strat changes and backups that may be necessary. So yeah, the run's gonna start here, and it's gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, yep. There's gonna be relatively little commentary outside of me communicating with my chat. I'm just submitting this for the purposes of fulfillment. Again, this is gonna be New Game Plus. One of the primary differences in this category is my ammo is more limited. I have not significantly less of it, but as the difficulty ranks go up, the amount of ammo becomes less and less. I can carry less healing items, which is pretty significant. And thirdly, I can carry less ammo, less healing items, and enemies do a tad more damage in this difficulty. This is the normal tier of difficulties, so enemies no longer die in one shot. And additionally, there's going to be a couple enemies placed that weren't placed before, but not too many. This is going to jump on the next normal difficulty, but I'll talk about that in the next video. So in the meantime, like I said, this is just going to be a playthrough. All relevant commentary was discussed in the previous one, and I don't think there's a need to re-establish all of it verbatim. I will point out the unique things, though. This is still the cutscene skip trick. You use the caution to skip the cutscene. Okay, so Naked Normal is one of the 5 tiers of difficulty in this game. And that's literally what it is. You could think of it as the second step up in difficulty out of the 5. It's a reference to Naked Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3. That was his code name prior to becoming Big Boss. And no, I do not play Fortnite. So this is still the camera rotation trick to make sure he starts his cycle early. Otherwise, the rest of this room is normal. We still use the rolling transitions. Alright, see you later, cool. I am going to try to menu better during this cutscene, or during this run, to show how much menuing makes a difference. And I will be going for all the same tricks again. Oops. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Unfortunately, my menuing better has not been happening, but it's fine. Oops. I forgot one thing I needed to menu in here. I need to menu in the MGL. So yeah, I'll definitely be pointing out small things like that. I can talk about I can actually go more into detail on some of the mechanics that I kind of skimmed on. So you'll notice on all enemies, when I have the solid eye equipped, which basically lets me see enemy information such as health, targets, distance. I can also see their current emotional status, and that is represented by color. So when it turns green, it means they're experiencing a state of fear, and that's why they're screaming and such. Fear is extremely useful, but it's not effective unless it's not efficient to shoot every guard with a fear type ammunition. So we use this mask, which we get for beating the game on the hardest difficulty with Big Boss rank. Or no, sorry, you just beat the game with Big Roth. It doesn't have to be on the hardest difficulty to get the mask. So we're moving into Drebin. This is a short series of cutscenes. Again, you can read commercials here. I just said you could read commercials here. You can read donations here. I could talk about some of the incentives I want to do for this game in this video. So currently what I'm thinking to make the game more engaging is add an incentive that will add 2 minutes to the run, but allow the audience to select a set of intro commercials, which are interesting things. Oh, I did this wrong. And it only takes 2 minutes to experience those, so a small ending one that adds 5 minutes onto the run, but there's a cutscene at the end that pays homage to the entire series really well, and I feel it represents the entire community. And that only adds about 5 minutes onto the run, because it's mostly skipping cutscenes to get to it. So it's not too big a deal. And then the third one is a bidding war on the 4 different difficulties I'm looking at for submitting to this. So again, we're not super worried about alerts. We are going to pop healing items in this difficulty. So we want to have our healing items on backup, just in case we need them. But you see we have plenty of them. So the only reason we need them is because we're going to be running through a lot of damage. Yeah, the game is still only on PS3. I do not know of any PS4 versions of this game. If it was, it would have significantly faster loading times. So we have to walk through this door because rolling into it does not open it. I mentioned that at the end of Act 1 on the last video. Oops, it's only 1 tap. 2 taps to it, 1 tap from it. So these little things on the ground that I'm shooting are sleep gas satchels, which means if I hit them, they'll put me to sleep. It takes time to wake up, so I want to try to avoid hitting them. And the best way to do that is to shoot them with an area weapon. That'll hit them pretty much no matter where I hit, as long as it's relatively close. So skipping more cutscenes, and we're going into the first boss fight. This is Frogs. So you see we have auto aim on. Again, auto aim is going to make it so that we can get through these enemies. Oops. Come on. Fire grenades. We don't need it, and it's also not an insta-kill, so it's not really necessary. It's still kind of personal preference for naked normal, but after this difficulty, you'll see me stop using auto aim because it's more reliable to go for the one shot. The one shot to the head and take them out. So hitting these guys is still meant to be a manipulation. These first few sets of frogs are all immune. I can only hit the ones on the wall. I can't hit the ones running yet. So I have to wait for them to hit triggers. And then we can move on to the next area. So the plan is to use the solid eye because on the top right radar it shows where enemies are. So I can take advantage of that. Oh, please, get the headshot. I can take advantage of that to make sure I head to the right place. Since all of these locations are trigger based, they depend on the enemies. And again, if any of these frogs look at me, I do have a mask on that will instantly stun them. But it's faster to shoot them. Depending on where they're positioned. That was unfortunate. We have a couple coming in here. We're gonna try to get all of them if we can. We did. We got all of them. That was good. So we're on fire right there. All that does is make us have to roll to put it out. It's not a really big deal, thankfully. Alright, and now Ground Patrol should be moving again. Yep. Come on. A lot of this part is all reliant on them. You want to get through the enemies as quick as possible so that Rat Patrol moves. Hopefully, correctly. Come on, guys. Stopping. That's unfortunate. The only ones you really have to hit are this big guy here, and Johnny. They're the two important ones to hit. Hitting Meryl really doesn't do anything, and hitting Ed is also pretty inefficient. So yeah, once they do that, hit the stack, break it. Take out some more frogs. Move over into position, just like before. If you get in here, it triggers them to immediately start coming with you. And shoot Johnny to get him to move. They're supposed to immediately come. Oh, there they are. They're just a little slow. This is an okay frogs. It's not great, but it's working. Alright, so that's what Johnny's supposed to do.
Get out of the way.
So Johnny's gonna trigger this. I don't know why I got flashbang there. I apologize for that. I shouldn't have been looking, but whatever. Apparently I got hit by a grenade. This is an amazing frogs. It's okay. Everything's going fine. So this is the second wave of frogs. That should have been all of them. Yes, that was all of them. So this time I'm doing this scene correctly. I'm already in this hallway, so that as soon as she wakes him up, it triggers the next scene. I said this is a poor frogs, but 14 minutes here, that's actually not too bad. We'll see what happens. I'm still not really at risk of dying because I have so many health items. Yeah, like Stoneman said last video, hitting that guy triggers the scene to activate faster. And we want this scene to activate as soon as possible, since it's based on a trigger. Avoid these flashbangs, then take out these enemies, and then from here we just need to knock out frogs as they show up. So you'll notice I put a silencer on my P90. The reason I did that is for later. There's going to be shots I'm taking in the next area, and I want the gun to be silenced so it doesn't attract too much attention. Unfortunately, I missed the quick one. This game doesn't need splits. It uses IGT. But there's no reason to use anything outside of a timer. In fact, you don't even need a timer in this game. But for the sake of the marathon, we're not going to use IGT. We're using a different endpoint for the marathon, since the game ends in about 15 minutes of unskippable credits and skippable cutscenes.
Okay, time to head for the surface.
That was a poor set of rolling, but whatever. So the goal is to menu once at the beginning of every chapter, except in Act 4 where you have to menu twice, and Act 5 where you have to menu twice. Actually, Act 5 you have to actually menu 3 times, depending on how you set it up. IGT is in-game time, so at the end of the run it displays your in-game time. I lost my P90? Yeah, I lost my P90. It's unfortunate. So you'll notice these guys, usually they shoot at me, but because I have the big boss mask on, they're going to pretty much immediately become terrified and let me run through the entire area without taking any shots. But I do have to be careful of my health. You can see it's about 3/8. As long as I have rations equipped, or any kind of healing item equipped, if I get hurt, it will get used automatically. But I do need to make sure that I always have them equipped. It's not in this difficulty, but in the next difficulty, you're gonna start seeing me use a syringe. We use it during 2 boss fights at the end of last run, but it also prevents your it prevents your stamina from going down, which is something that we want to use. Alright, so I'm gonna get hit here and probably stunned again. Nope, that worked out well. So you see how much damage I'm taking already here. I really don't like getting stunned like that, but outside of rolling, and to do that I have to know when to roll, there's not much I can do. Stress does start becoming a factor here, because the more stressed you are, the more aches and pains Stake starts to experience, which can result in him getting knocked out faster and longer, falling over. That's what the That's what the syringe is for. Like I said, it's not going to be a big issue here. This is an accident. I just need to cancel out of this. And that's Act 1. So now we're going to move into Act 2, which is arguably harder, arguably not. It really depends on what's happening. The first half of Act 2 is quite difficult, on higher difficulties. But Act 1 is pretty difficult throughout. So yeah, just some unskippable cutscenes and skippable ones. Whole bunch of time here for some donations. Oops.
Well, was I at?
Wouldn't let me skip it at first there. You also notice a lot of save prompts. Your time isn't, your IGT doesn't get affected during any loading screens or save prompts. But we still want to get through them as fast as possible, because it's already a kind of long game at just under 2 hours for an extremely good run, and somewhere up to 2.5 hours for a good run. But the highest we're gonna go is a 220, and that's only if our luck is really bad. So we're gonna put the big boss face camo on once again. And then in weapons, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this M4 custom for now, because we don't need it. And we also don't need the grenade launcher, so we're gonna put the railgun and the... We're gonna put the railgun on and the 50 caliber, because they're gonna be useful in the next upcoming boss. And then after that, we won't need to do anything else. So this is the big worry about rations. You actually could take a lot of damage at this part due to how the enemies are positioned. And it's just going to become more and more risky as we go higher up in difficulties. But as long as I have the rations equipped, everything will be fine. You also see me, right now I'm just changing weapons for pure sake of changing weapons. But if I have a two-handed weapon out, it's actually faster to use a one-handed weapon, or to move with a one-handed weapon out, or no weapon. Especially some two-handed weapons are actually even slower. So the goal is to avoid running with them and always keep a one-handed weapon, such as the operator, or, yeah, I don't have the knife, so such as the operator in our inventory. So thankfully, these rebels are our friends, but if you don't interact with the PMC force enough in the previous room, the guerrillas actually might not necessarily become your friends, which means that they will also trigger an alert, which is unfortunate on some difficulties. But we will be fine here, even if they were to have triggered an alert. We're just gonna keep moving through. Hopefully I'll take the faster route this time.
What? Those footsteps?
Last time I took a slightly slow route through here. No, I took the slow route again. It's just habit. It was a route change recently that I haven't committed yet. Like last time, I'm rolling because it's faster to roll uphill than it is to walk. I had a suggestion to use a cardboard box that I might actually check out in a room where I'm not at risk of needing a ration.
You can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
Use the cheese? What cheese? What are you talking about, Bobo?
Every aspect.
So some more cutscenes as we meet our friend Drebin again. Drebin's taken an interest in us and is following us. So in that cutscenes, he basically injected us with a form of nanomachines that's going to counteract the... Oops. Didn't mean to bump into him, but it worked. And that's going to drive the story plot.
We got a hostile.
Yeah, without taking a lot of time to explain the Metal Gear story, it really wouldn't make much sense. So let's hope we don't get shot here. Okay. I triggered the fear response faster than he could fire his gun. Because that is, again, one of the enemies who can shoot you with a 40mm grenade from his gun. Which is extremely unfortunate if it hits you. Oh, come on. What do I have? I only have the operator, so I'm gonna go for the auto aim kill and see if I can get it, or the auto aim distraction. We'll see if I get it or not. That looks triggered by the APC here, but I'm not too worried about it. It just means that these enemies are gonna start shooting at us early. So an interesting thing about auto aim is each gun has a unique range. It says their range on their profile. Oh wow, I got hit by a mortar. That doesn't happen. Okay, so that's what I was talking about him launching 40mm grenades. Unfortunately, I had no chance to react to that one, but that's what it looks like if it happens. Dude, I don't even know the cheese, California. Bobo, what is the cheese? Please tell.
Oh, huh?
This guy also has 40 mils, but we're okay. We don't need to worry about them here either. So this is a point where you'll see my stamina has finally started taking a significant tick. This is where I will use the syringe in the next difficulty up.
Snake, the rebels have got an armored dozer. They're probably gonna use
So
it to
depending
bust
on
their
whether or
way
not
into
I'm
the
explaining anything, this is just waiting for this vehicle to round the corner. And this would be a great time for a quick donation.
Naomi's lab is somewhere
Thank you for that
inside
host,
those
Stone Man. I appreciate that.
Proceed immediately.
Hey, Moss.
Infiltrate the place
Welcome
and
back to the
find out
chat.
where she is.
Bobo, this game's not out on PC, so I'm interested how you're running it on PC, since the only PS3 emulator out there is not exactly well received at the moment. Not much, Moss. Just doing a run. Working on the next difficulty up to showcase what it includes. Get my pre-recorded videos in. The good thing about higher difficulties here is you'll notice my stress starts going down quite rapidly. And when stress goes down enough, your physique starts to recover. That's what they call the bar. It's stamina, it's physique, they're pretty much the same thing. If it does get low enough to be a hassle, I'll just simply pop a syringe to rejuvenate myself. Since I have it in my inventory. Hey, thank you very much for that follow. I appreciate that, Callie. Alright, so this is Frogs 1. Hopefully I'm going to do this better this time, because last time I had a little poor routing decisions.
Take out those
We're gonna immediately fear these two. You can do it faster than that, but oops. I don't want to be too close because I want to bait them to drop, because there's gonna be another one. As long as you see that alert, it means that there's still more enemies coming. Ah, okay, never mind. We're just gonna go straight to caution. And okay, that was weird. We'll make do with this. It's not a big deal. Don't know why that happened. So there's 3 waves on this difficulty, and we just need to run around here near where we came in to trigger the boss. Okay, never mind. There's 4 waves. Don't know when this happened. Must have been a patch. Totally wasn't me forgetting there's 4 waves or anything. I swear it wasn't me forgetting there's 4 waves. Okay. You'll see me do the manipulation on one of the difficulties, I swear. The strat for Octopus is the same. We need to get our railgun out. We go behind this wall because getting shot interrupts the railgun charge. We just need to get a good railgun shot in, equip our rifle. We don't need night vision, but it makes it easier to find her. She can go to a number of spots. And we got lucky, she's right here. So we're gonna, please get the headshot. So when she goes at smoke, she drops bombs on this. How are these not hitting her? She drops bombs on this difficulty. So I got hit by the bombs. To trigger the next scene, you want to run through the middle. It's gonna make Otacon or Metal Gear appear around the corner. Apparently he appeared around the other corner, which was unexpected. I've not seen him do that.
Hey, over here.
She threw up bombs, but we're just gonna ignore them. We're gonna explode. We're gonna try to manipulate her to spawn in the right spot, but I might have been too slow. Nope, this is good. Okay, never mind. Octopus is gonna troll me here. Okay. Yeah, the Octopus is seriously gonna troll today. This is new. What the heck? So you can use the solid eye to find her location. I'm hoping I find it. Is she in the box? Oh. She has multiple locations she can go. This is the worst one. Oh, she's not in the box. Game? What? Did she go straight into the frog? Oh, okay, that's new. I've never seen her skip that and go straight into the frog. I don't know what to say about this one. So we're gonna wait for her to start shooting. That'll give us the shot on her. She's gonna turn into Naomi again. Shoot her, and then start charging a railgun. Hopefully she won't go bald. She won't go bald one. So we get on this bed for safety and then wait for her to show up. Hopefully she doesn't distract my railgun. I accidentally dropped off the bed and broke it myself anyway. Oh, this has been an octopus. What? Where did... Okay. Oh my god. Aim! What an octopus! So that's how not to do fights. Fights could go wrong. But thankfully, the rest of the run should be fine. Man, that was poor. So, like, in the last video, I talked about how, the goal is You
shed her
bosses have a set way to
Who
do
knows
them.
what she'll
Okay,
throw
that
at you
missed.
next. Watch out!
They have a set way to do them, and if that way gets messed up, the rest of the fight kind of turns into this RNG reaction thing. And unfortunately, that boss was giving me really, really bad RNG. With your Dota and your 4K.
Snake, follow Naomi's trail and find out where they took her. Watch out, though. You might run into a few holdups
So
along the
certain
way.
scenes automatically refresh our health and psych, such as that octopus fight. So now I'm not really in any dire state. And this is all fine. And I ran around a
The
tree for
trail
no
splits
reason.
up into multiple directions. Look closely at the footprints. Looks like they split up here.
I know where I'm going. I didn't make a wrong turn. There was no wrong turns here.
think that
So
could be
this
Naomi's?
guard is gonna get more likely to hear us. Starting on the next difficulty, he's going to start triggering an alert. So I have to be ready to react to that. This is another guard who can fire, he has a shotgun, which can knock you down instantly. I think he has a 40mm, but he usually just goes for the shotgun.
That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish. But just hers.
What's up, Stone? How you doing? I assume that's pronounced Wagwan and not Wagwan, not Wagwan. I don't know how you pronounce that. What'd you think of that octopus there, Stone? That was a heck of a fight, wasn't it? This frog right here will also start hearing us if we're not hugging that wall. There's a claymore right there that traps you if you run straight to that guard. Otherwise, just moving to the same path. We're just gonna casually... Oh, well, never mind, he's gonna see us, but you can walk around that guard without him ever seeing you. Right, and this is going to take us into another set of cutscenes along with the Drebin. So I'm using a face camo called the Big Boss. And the Big Boss face camo automatically induces a fear effect when I am seen wearing it.
Snake, I'm bringing the
So we're gonna once again see if we can get the quick Drebin one. We got a good kill there. A good kill. Now Drebin's gonna back up, and the one is gonna jump over the wall. And we're hoping that we can get him. We didn't get him until he landed. Oh no, enemies in this game actually, interestingly enough, enemies in this game cannot be hurt while they are in the air. Oh, I think we got the kill. Yes, we got the quick one. We hit him around the wall. The wall. So that's the fast way to do that, otherwise you have to wait for him to hop over the wall. But yeah, enemies can't be killed while they're in the air. They have to be on the ground or some other surface in order to actually take any damage at all. So you do have to react to that. And we're going to try to get through the geckos as quick as possible by aiming at their weak spot, which is this little toggle or dongle thing on their head. Fortunately, bullets are kind of random, so they're not hitting even though it looks like I'm aiming at it. Please don't get grabbed. Please don't get grabbed. Please don't get grabbed. Please don't get grabbed. Alright, cool, that worked out. So there was an enemy behind me, and all he had to do was hit me, and I would have come off the turret. He could have grabbed me as well, but we lucked out. He didn't even come in contact with me, so I was able to keep shooting. That was a good Drebin too. Definitely could have been better, but what can you do with the amount of bullet spray RNG in this game? I love how people say first-person shooters don't have RNG, but if you play first-person shooters, they have a lot of RNG. Bullet spray is almost always RNG. I know very few games where bullet spray is not in any way, shape, or form RNG dependent. So I'm shooting these barrels because the barrels do a little bit of damage to the door since they're explosions, and it helps take them out just a little faster. If you use a rocket launcher here, it'll blow up the barrels automatically. Another thing of note is once the door breaks, you obviously can't shoot it anymore. But each door actually has its own health that you have to react to. So if one breaks and you can see the spread of bullets just from shooting at this door, and all of your bullets start missing, you're gonna lose time. So you want to aim at the middle so both doors take roughly equal damage. But yeah, there's nothing to do in this room. It's all a cutscene. There's a couple gecko here, but the worst thing they're gonna do is ram us. And it's not gonna stop Drebin from doing what he does best in driving. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage to that gecko. Oh no, never mind. So yeah, this is another great time for donations as we finish up Drebin 3. You ever played MGS4 Mossy?
Hang on! It's gonna get bumpy!
Gex is cybernetic. I get it. A Gex the gecko. I want to see a Photoshop of that now. That would be great. Just one of these gecko, but with Gex's head on them. I can't actually die here, but I'm not concerned about it. I'm just gonna, you know, have. Hey, puns are almost mandatory for commentary. A run without puns, or at least comedy, is not a good run. Let's be honest here. I mean, some games you want to talk about tech, but other games you gotta have that fun in there. I'd say the 30-minute mark is where you hit the it's time to not talk about tech all game, and it's time to add in some comedy. Because 20 minutes of tech isn't gonna overload someone who knows what you're talking about. Hopefully I don't get kicked. Alright, I did good. So that gecko can actually kick you the moment you enter that loading screen, which will still count as a hit and kill you. It's really unfortunate. Ooh, that wasn't even a 30. That was a 41. Rough. So that's how much. So a good time for that is a 36. A 39 is even good. That was a 41, and that shows you just how much time I lost on Octopus there. A minimum of 2 minutes, because Octopus was the only part of that entire run that went bad. How about 350? I did barrel roll over that kick. thankfully you're immune to damage once you get through the loading transition, so everything's okay. So this is Act 3. Act 3 is the exact same as last time, except for the third room. Actually, no. The first room, I'll point it out. There's going to be a couple things worth pointing out here. This is the chapter where the differences are most noticeable, I would say. So I'll point out their differences, but otherwise this is not going to be too much going on. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to equip our solid eye, and then we're going to go to weapons, make sure our Mark II is there, and then go to camouflage and put on the Laughing Beauty again. And we're going to make sure that our Mark II is switched to cry ammo, and then we're going to play with our iPod, and we're going to go over here. We're going to start playing not this song, because this song is not good. We're going to trigger the cutscene, and we're going to go pick up a song to play, because this is boring without music. And we need to pick up the scene. So you can't skip this cutscene. So we're gonna utilize the same tricks here. We're gonna take a shot immediately to try to get him to run a specific place. Apparently I don't have my solid eye equipped anymore, so I'm gonna equip that. And let's see where he went. And then in the meantime, we're gonna go back to music, artists, Kojima Productions, sound, please, Acid 2, and test subject duality. And I say that as I then promptly switch off of it and don't capitalize on it. Where did he go? Oh, he went over there. So if he does that, if he goes all the way over there, this is probably the worst one. What he's gonna do is he's gonna walk all the way back over to this corner here. But we have to wait for him to, once again pick back up on his cycle. Or once again walk back up. So this one actually doesn't save any time, but it happens so rarely that it's worth going for this strat. I am getting bad RNG. This run is nothing but bad RNG. But it's good because it showcases everything that can happen in the run. We're just waiting for him to move again. There we go. Alright. So just like last time, we're gonna take this guard out here. We're gonna come on up here. Jump on down. And we're gonna take this guard out here once he starts moving. Okay, so one of the important things is that this game is actually more accurate if you use your laser sight than if you aim down the sights. So you want to really avoid aiming down the sights, because you're gonna miss, even if it looks like you're gonna hit. Also, if you hit these guards, they automatically go into a caution, and we do not want a caution in room 1. A caution in this room is very, very bad. to the point where it's going to be more efficient to quit out and reload the area than it will be to try to fix what just happened. So if this does go very badly for some reason, which can happen, then that is the plan, but it should not happen. We should not have that issue occur. So the reason the guards are crying is if you look down in the bottom right, you'll notice my Mark II pistol is loaded with cry ammo. Cry ammo incites an emotion of sadness into them and causes them to cry. And again, that's not safe for work. I shouldn't show that. Okay. Oh, and also, guards and other NPCs don't react to each other crying. They react to each other falling asleep and getting stunned, but for some reason, him suddenly falling to his knees and crying his eyes out is perfectly normal, and they do not react to it. Also, kill the animals. I actually only stunned that bird, so I don't know what side that is. Alright, so thankfully now that those guards are done, we are finished with Area 1 of Act 3. This is, in my opinion, the most difficult of the areas to get through. And it only gets harder. Also, we're totally being watched. We're being watched. It's just a fun little story thing. There's a couple spots where you'll notice him if you pay attention. This is the big one to spot him. So this guy moves slow enough that we're just gonna casually worm our way across to him. I'm sure we'll get to the end before he does. They're always out to get me, man. They're always out to get me. Yeah, you'll see this area on solid normal, a couple new guards get added, and then on BBH, even more guards get added, and the room becomes extremely challenging. So we're going to hope that everything works out on BBH, and I spent a good amount of time practicing it, so it should go fine. Again, the same mechanics apply for how detection and guns and everything works in this chapter. I was really slow there. Tracking ships? Tracking ships? That's concerning, man. I need to have no gun equipped there.
Look out! A searchlight. Find something nearby to hide.
So what I did there was unequip my gun, because as long as I don't have a gun out, no one will react to me. This guy will react to me, but he'll get like hearts over his head and fall in love with me, and I don't want it. I just don't want it. So you'll notice there are actually 2 guards here now. This is the big thing that changes on this difficulty. But we just take them both out one by one, and it's completely okay. And then we walk around with our gigantic sniper rifle because we have nothing better to do. Oh, he's out. Oh, he's out too. Alright, so more just traversing land as donations get read. Alright, we're good. And we're going into the next loading zone. As long as we finish this sub-hour, we're on a good pace. Alright, so this difficulty in this area... Oh, one sec, audio cue. So we're going for the whistle strat again. We'll see. This will solidify our RNG for the run. How's it gonna go? Oh, okay. We got really, really absolute worst case RNG. Okay. Yeah, so that's the worst case. That actually loses time, and it does not in any way save time. And we only get 1 chance to go for it, unfortunately. So you'll notice now there are actually guards here. There were not guards here on the previous difficulty. There's going to be another guard added to this room, but as long as we didn't trigger an alert earlier, we're fine. See, these guards, they notice me, but they don't care. They don't care. I can run, I can crouch. I don't know about crawling. I've never tried crawling. I have a feeling they'd react to crawling, though, so I'm not going to try. Because an alert in this room is really bad. Oh, right. I want my tunes. So we're gonna play Venus's theme from Metal Gear Acid 2. If you've never played Acid 2, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing game for the PSP. It also makes us feel awesome, just, you know, walking behind these guys with this sick music. Don't worry, iPod is a registered trademark. It says so right there in the bottom left corner. Excited! Get excited! We're being excited! Okay. Alright, so at this point, normal introduces a vehicle mechanic. Guards actually patrol this section of the level on a Jeep. So, as long as we haven't triggered an alert, it's fine. There's nothing to worry about. If you have to make sure you're hiding because the Jeep carries both your standard soldiers and elite soldiers in it. Elite soldiers usually only respond during an alert, but that's one of the reasons an alert is so bad here. And the trigger for that pops about halfway through this hallway on the normal difficulty.
Looks like they're
There
conducting
it is.
vehicle patrols. Watch out for them, Snake.
So how are you guys in chat doing? I don't think we're gonna get sub-hour, which is unfortunate. We'll see. No. He takes more than 30 seconds to finish this room. But it's fine. We're only a couple we're only a couple minutes behind right now. How am I doing? I asked how you were doing. Look at him honk at me. God. Can you believe it? The automod is holding your message? Well, I could see whatever message automod would try to hold, so that's interesting. Meh. Why only meh? What's wrong, Callie? I mean, the only mods right now, it's me and Stone. So, whatever it was, your message is fine. I don't know what it is. That's odd. I definitely don't see anything in chat that looks like a problem. Alright, we'll turn off the music now. Here, look at that. It took a minute and a half to get to this scene. Alright. Hello.
You looking for a real man?
Okay. So I guess I hit the trigger. That's new. That's never happened before. Oh, that's odd. Put like spaces in it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, so I don't know what it's doing. Because I don't have any channel for my mods set up. Probably should do that, but I'll leave it to Stoneman if he wants a mod channel set up.
There was nothing.
Yeah, that is very weird. Even with like spaces in it. I don't know, Moss. I have no idea what it's trying to what AutoMod is doing.
We have to
That's-
keep Big
that's-
Boss's
that's
body out
odd.
of enemy hands, no matter what. Get the body.
Alright, so yeah, we're about 3.5 minutes behind pace. That's okay. So if you guys liked the crying before, try putting them in the other order, maybe? Because I understand the phrase that you were trying to say. Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence there, Stone Man. Dude, it's so hard to hit guards with the pistol. Oh. During this scene. This is difficult. They worked fine there. Interesting. I honestly don't know how to respond to that. What possible book would that be? I actually don't read much fiction about zombies. Most of my zombies interaction is from other media. So that's actually quite curious. The only real zombie stuff I know about in books is Walking Dead graphic novels. Yo, what's it called?
We'll get ourselves behind that checkpoint. Ready? Hold on. I'm driving
I'm gonna have to check my weapons. I think I menued wrong and the VZ replaced something that I needed. So I can actually talk about the way weapon swapping works in this game. On top of the fact that you always want to keep the operator in your inventory, the game will actually never replace the operator with any gun. What the game does do is it looks for a pistol that's not the operator, and it replaces that. If you do not have a pistol in your inventory, then it looks for the next submachine gun to replace. Then after submachine gun, it looks for assault rifle. Other than the M4 custom, it won't replace the M4 custom. Then such and such further into the different tiers of weapons. And that can result in some pretty awkward weapon switch outs that result in a menu simply because you inventory too much. So you really want to inventory as little as possible, because in the natural state of the inventory, it actually works out really well for you. In fact, the M4 cannot replace the operator if the operator is in your inventory, even. But the operator is the only gun that can replace the M4, though you'll rarely get the M4 replaced with the operator. So I'm pretty confident I lost my P90, so I'm just going to focus on damaging Raven with this VZ, because it's not worth menuing, even though the VZ holds much less ammo. Oh, that's it? Interesting. And that's a book? It sounds like, that sounds more like a manga, than it does a book. Yeah, I'm not getting much good damage on her here in this difficulty. Sixth book by Diana Rowland. Never heard of her. Who's Diana? Or what other books did she write? Is that her big book? Have you ever heard of Diana Rowland? Yeah, it's letting me see your link, but for future reference, links. Yeah, I guess I still haven't fixed links. I will do that. Remind me before I end stream to allow links every once in a while, Mossy, and I'll let you do it. Oh god, it just timed him out. So man, can you do me a favor and untime him out? I don't want him timed out for 10 minutes. I'd appreciate that if you could do that for me. It should be slash on timeout. It should literally be slash on timeout in his name.
Need help in front. They're coming for us. Snake, are you okay? Here they come.
Yep, so more through the streets. There's donations. Oh, Stone, are you here? Come on, man. I'll untime you, Monty. Once I get a chance. Alright, I can do it now.
I'm fine.
Alright. There you go, Mossy. You can chat again. I brought you back. But yeah, don't post another link for safety's sake. I don't know why Stone Man didn't do it. Yeah, like I said, just remind me before stream ends, and I'll loosen the bots link by 1. Because it's actually been pretty okay. That is fine. I don't mind you doing that. And you can always whisper me links. That's fine too. You won't get destroyed by a bot for whispering me a link. Alright, so let's see if we get lucky. So we're going for Quick Raven again. Knowing how this run's RNG has gone, I was right, I did lose the P90. We'll see how this run's RNG goes. Lost it. Hey, that was okay. So we're gonna get semi-quick Raven, but it's gonna require another full charge. Awesome, I appreciate that, Mossy. I'll actually check that out. So that's your standard quicker Raven. I didn't get the headshot, but I did get the shot, which means she only took 1 to go down, which was good.
Snake.
It's not the fastest way to do Raven, but it works. Okay, so this is what I was talking about menuing causing some serious issues. It took away my 50 cal, which is the gun that I really needed for this scene. So you have to either double tap, because the 50 cal doesn't kill in 1 anymore. I think I said it did last time, but I was wrong. You have to either double tap really fast, or if you don't do a double tap, you have to wait, because she has a lot of iframes in between shots. Alright, so this is just gonna be a huge chunk of cutscenes. We'll see how I'm doing on time. Goal is a 104 would be absolutely amazing pace. 106 is pretty average. As long as I'm faster than 110, though, we're on good pace. So we'll see how it goes. And I believe I'm faster than 110. Oh, I am 110. All right, I need to pick it up. This is not a great run, unfortunately. This is RNG. That's what RNG does. Raven did get it in the face. Oh, okay. Right now the main series that I'm reading when it comes to fiction is a series called Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. You ever heard of her? Interestingly enough, her last name is Moss. It's not spelled the same way, but I mean, it might actually be pronounced Mass, but I pronounce it Moss. How do they pronounce it in the audiobooks? Don't they tell you that it is Moss? Okay. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying that series, but when I read fiction, I tend to read more like teenage fiction. I'm not super into like advanced adult fiction. I don't know what to call it. High fantasy. It's called Throne of Glass, by Sarah J. Maas. Maas. Right now there are 6 books in the series, I think. With the 7th one coming out in it's August 28th. The second one's coming out very soon, isn't it? I think it comes out in like 20 days. No, like 30 days. Yeah, I think it's a great series. I really enjoy it. It's a very... Yeah, we did jump to MGS1. It's a very enjoyable series to read. It's much easier to read than something like Game of Thrones, which is really popular right now. Alright. So yeah, we're moving over to Act 4. This is gonna be Shadow Moses Island. Thankfully, as the difficulty goes higher, nothing changes at this part in the game. So I just need to go through and make sure that I have the 50 cal, the operator, the M4, and then additionally I need 2 specific weapons here. I need smoke grenades equipped, and on top of smoke grenades I need to re-equip my MGL 140 with stun grenades. And this is to optimally set up for the first boss I'm coming up to. Yeah, this time I this time I walked through this room much better. Because I'm going for a strat known as Wolf Quick Kill, but I'll give more details on that later. This is objectively the best song in the game. I'm sorry if you disagree.
Like the front hangar door
Sorry, did I say in the game? I meant Metal Gear series. This is the best song, so I'm sorry if you disagree, but it is, and you know it. We're just ducking and weaving, but not too much because it interacts. It slows us down. Never heard of that either. You ever heard of Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima? Me either. Someone in my chat recommends it. If you're into high fantasy and quote, if you're into high fantasy and not everyone killing each other for the sake of drama, you might like it. But you're more science fiction interested, aren't you? Because Wheels of Time and Dune are more science fiction than fantasy. Or does Wheels of Time kind of fit in the middle of those two genres?
Snake, I've checked the APU.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever, other than Game of Thrones, really listened to, and, you know, Throne of Glass, really listened to much fantasy.
Try the elevator and see if it's working.
You ever heard of Quantum Thief by Hana Rajamini? That's a book he recommends if you like sci-fi. they recommend. Sorry.
Okay, first go down the central hallway.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry, it's
that's
not
why I changed it to
electrified
they. I realized what I said. I apologize for that, Mossy. That was my fault. It's an internet world. There are no girls on the internet. We know this. Everyone's anonymous. Alright.
I finished unlocking
Yeah, I think we're
the
at
door
this
on the
interesting
first floor.
point where the word
Should
he
open now.
is half of an audience approaches the word he to literally mean he, and the other half has started to use he as a gender neutral term to refer to another individual on the internet. But I don't think we're quite there yet. Nor do I think we will ever really be there. But it's interesting how it's developing.
Okay, Snake.
Alright,
Take
so
the
again,
stairs
we're gonna
down
do the
and go to
little
the
loading
north
zone
door.
drop.
I'll open it for you with the Mark III.
An unfortunate, unskippable cutscenes here. That's fair. And it's less, there's less implications around the word dude for sure. Dude is not a word in my common vocabulary, so I don't know if I'd start using that. Oh, I got the one shot.
Defenseless while working on the door. You'll have to distract the gecko so they don't spot it.
So that's the fastest way to do that. In the last video, I used a railgun, which I shouldn't have done. I just had it out, so I went with it. But it's actually faster to do that with the rifle. All right, Stone Man, wish me luck. Here comes Wolf. All right, so we're gonna go for Wolf quick kill. Last time we missed it. Wolf behaved a little poorly. We still got it, but we got it after 2 cycles. So we're gonna hope this time we get it first cycle. I do have a Twitter. It is at my username. Oh, I'm gonna sit here for some camouflage because I don't want to get shot. I like how I said that, and then I immediately triggered a caution with the frogs. That was a beautiful thing that happened there. All right, let's go, Wolf. We want to try to bait out the attack, but if we don't get it, that's fine. That was too early. Nope. She went into cover. Alright, so we didn't get it there early, or there either. The first one was too close. Or the first one wasn't far away, and the second one hit her. So if you hit Wolf, that happens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly menu in a backup weapon, just in case, because it does make, you can hit her with it. We're gonna try. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. It does damage to her stamina, and it's worth trying to get that on the cycles. So now we have to find Wolf, unfortunately. So we're really hoping that we find Wolf quick. And she's right there. Unfortunately, she shot us, but... And then she went back into a hood. If she shoots you, she goes back in. So you have to make sure she doesn't shoot you. She's actually in a good spot right there. Did she continue running? Oh, she did continue running. Wow, this run literally has been every bit of worse RNG I could have possibly gotten. Okay. That's actually okay. So Wolf was behind the tree? That was my fault. I didn't even see Wolf there. So we're gonna go for RPG strat. We're gonna hit her. That RPG strat did damage to her, which is what we wanted. And we don't want to hit her a second time because it doesn't do any damage to her, doesn't do any damage to the, stamina bar. It only does it to the life bar. Oh, this snowstorm is pretty bad. I'm gonna have to try to get rid of this alert really quick. And I'm also gonna have to pop my first syringe because of how poor this wolf has been going. Alright, so the alert should be going down. The goal is to find Wolf. And then we're gonna try this again. Alright, so this means Wolf is looking for us. She essentially grew bored. So now it's a game of reaction. Because we do not want to do this the sniper way. And this is why I put the RPG in, because it's a great backup tool. Oh, I dodged right into her. Unfortunately, you cannot hit Wolf twice, or with it again, unless you get really, really lucky with your shots. Okay. So she's aiming at us. Make sure we don't get hit. Got hit. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're good. Yes! Okay, we got it. So with that, we do this. And that's her stamina. So that was another wolf, but it's faster than what could have happened. It is absolutely faster than how that fight could have gone. Snake, please roll. Alright. I appreciate that, Mossy. That makes me feel great. It's a fun game. It is quite fun. I do recommend it. So with how everything has gone up to this point, I really don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna finish the run out though. Of course, we're gonna finish it, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna do one more menu here. I'm going to swap out these smokes for the chaff grenade. I'm going to swap out the MGL for a solar gun, and I'm going to swap this out for a rail gun. And I'm going to swap the operator out for a Mark IV. For my M4 custom. Because the game is going to force me into an M4 at some point. Or, yeah, the game's going to force me into both the railgun and the M4. So I want them there so they don't mess any of my equipment setups up. And we're gonna do a couple more menus. I have to menu at the start of the next chapter anyway, in order to put on this skull mask. So
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi.
when I do that, I'll menu in a couple more weapons I need.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
Great Fox.
You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge.
Dialogue.
I can't
Fun
go
dialogue.
yet. I still have a job to do.
I vowed
Yeah, I think I did need luck. This run has just been, oh, so bad. Don't look at me. Good, good. That worked out well. That was... We had good luck there. We had good luck there. Alright, let's hope we don't get seen. Okay, he's looking that way. That's good. What is this one doing? Good, good, good. Okay, so we are good. We've made it through this room fine. So there is a gecko that can fall on top of us, but it's pretty hard for, or that's probably not going to happen. All right, so we're heading into Vamp. Anyone who's played MGS2 will recognize Vamp. I rolled too early there.
Finally. It's just up ahead. The hangar's just a little bit further.
He's pretty. He's a vampire, of course.
Rex is on the floor
So we
above
have to
you.
kill him
Use
the way
the
that
vent.
you would kill any vampire, by shooting him with literal sunlight. Hey, we got to Vamp sub 30 minute or sub 130, so this is okay. I mean, technically we got to Vamp sub 130. Technically we didn't, but that's technicality.
Come on. I'll take care of
Vamp
Rex. You take Vamp.
almost always
that
goes to the same
monster.
place,
Get Naomi
as he
back,
didn't go
Snake,
to the same
please.
spot. Alright. Where did Vamp go? There he is.
Yes! You did it, Snake!
The disappearing vampire. He utilized his vampire invisibility and disappeared. Alright, so let's shout outs to this gecko. I'm okay.
Those are suicide gecko. They
Shout
blow
out
up
to
and
this
they take us
gecko.
with them. You've got to keep them back. I'm sending you data on where to aim.
So I never really explained this scene during the last time. What's happening is these geckos are attacking us, and I'm trying to protect Raiden, who you also might remember from Metal Gear Solid 2, as he deals with Vamp. In addition to these geckos, you'll notice some of them have blinking red lights on them. If I give those geckos 10 seconds of inactivity, they will self-destruct, instantly giving me a game over. This is what I was talking about with the red lights. Oh no! So I'll show you the inactivity timer,
Lights on
since
that
I got
crouched
nothing else to
gecko
do
are
here.
blinking. When they
So that,
stop
oh,
blinking,
30
you
seconds.
blow. Don't let
But
that
that's not
happen.
gonna happen. If it does happen though, it's an instant game over. Oh, you're cool, Moss. Don't worry. You and Stoneman are the only people talking out of 5 people. I consider that pretty good, if 40% of my chat is communicating.
Damn! Here they come again! Hang in there, Snake! Don't give up! Just like that, Snake!
Hey, actually, Mossy, I got a question for you. Does Bonesaw not like to join, Discords outside of his
They're
own?
coming from above!
Because I keep trying to get him to join the Resistance Discord, and he
Snake,
seems
be careful.
uninterested in doing so. If you know. I don't feel like pressing the issue onto him. He obviously isn't joining for a reason. Just curious if he's purposely avoiding it, or if he's just busy. That's fair. I know you're not Bonesaw himself, so who knows? You've just hung out with Bonesaw way more than I have. Figured why not ask. Alright, so we're coming into the Rex versus Ray fight. We're gonna try to get quick kill again, but seeing as how this run has been every bit of RNG against me, the only boss that's gone roughly according to plan has been Raven. and Frogs. Frogs went okay. Frogs and Raven. We will see what happens here with Rex versus Ray. This might be the one time where I do actually kill Ray in just a couple seconds. Yeah, he probably has a lot on his plate.
Watch out, Snake!
I'll ask him. I'll ask him soon if he's actually interested or not. Cause I got other people in the Resistance Discord with me, and they're like, "Is Bonesaw ever gonna join? He runs the game." Like, I got people asking to talk to Bonesaw, and I'm like, man, I can't do anything about it. Bonesaw's his own person. If you want to talk to him, go to Bonesaw's chat. Alright, cool. So that's that. Now we're going into Dash Metal Gear Dash, and then we're going into Rex vs. Ray. You don't need to kill them all, but they just didn't. Oh. Wait, so that fight scene can actually go on longer? Yeah, I saw him playing his Jak and Daxter marathon yesterday. Yeah, that was the Jak and Daxter marathon. Jak 1, Jak 2, Jak 3. Don't know if Jak X was included in that or not. If it was 16 hours, then I don't think Jak X was included in that. No, actually, I can't say that, because I actually have not seen runs for Jak X. I don't know how long Jak X is. But I popped in during 3, but he was focused on the game. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let him do this, because I need to stream myself. I've never played The Lost Frontier, but I have heard of The Lost Frontier. That is the only Jak and Daxter game I refuse to own. Oh, he's gonna actually run Jak X? Ooh, that'll be interesting. I'm interested to see if there's any tricks in Jak X. I'm gonna get the wall here. I hate freaking movement, dude. Metal Gear Rex, it's not set up to move correctly, and that happens sometimes. I have to do a second dash. Oh, that's cool. I've never actually beat Jak X casually. I don't even know how far through the game I got. He just told him to stop. That's great. Oh man, I should have been there for that. Alright, here goes. Good luck. Let's do this, please.
Let's finish this, Snake.
Okay, or not. He's just gonna hit me.
Crush Ray and liquid with it.
Excuse me, game? What? What? Alright. That was a Ray fight right there. Come on, open your mouth. That works. What the hell, dude? I'm sorry. What the heck? How? Dude, Ray. could not be going any freaking worse.
And wait for your chance to counter.
Of course. Oh, okay, we're doing laser strats then.
Good job,
We're
Snake.
doing laser
Keep it
strats.
coming.
Come on, Ray. What are you doing?
The missile launcher is empty. Wait for it to reload.
You suck so much, Ray. I believe it.
Snake, behind you.
Come on, can we get good damage? No, we're just gonna stun him on the roof. That's bad. Well, come on, Ray. Alright, this might be it. This might be it. No. We're just gonna kill him at this point. Got him with a quick snipe on the Gatling. Wow. So that's a prime example of Ray misbehaving. I mean, last run was a prime example. Let me rephrase that. That's not a prime example of Ray misbehaving. That's a prime example of this game misbehaving. Like, with the exception of Raven, there has been nothing in this run that's good. But we're gonna power through it because this is what runs of this game are like, and I do need to showcase that possibility here. You called off work for him? Do you guys volunteer your service for Bonesaw? Or is Bonesaw, does Bonesaw, or for lack of a better term, salary, or does Bonesaw give you guys a cut for modding his stream? Volunteers? Yeah, I should hang out with him more. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy since I started watching him. I just don't do enough Twitch. That's fair enough. I wouldn't ask you to speak for anyone else. Alright, so this is the last menu. We're gonna put Big Boss on one more time. We're going to go through our weapons. We need the solar gun, or we have the solar gun, so we're gonna keep it. We want the rail gun. We want the operator. Or sorry, we want the operator, the M4, that, and then we want to trade this out for smoke grenades. Yes, that's everything. Nope, that's not everything. We got one more menu here. Actually, we're gonna have to menu again, so we want the MGL 140 in. Since we're gonna have to menu one more time anyway.
Good job, Snake. You made it on board.
So take these two out. This is the same route as last time.
Break through their defenses and find GW's server.
You have to make sure you hit her. If you don't hit that frog, then this goes very bad. I actually think I messed up still. Do I have a... No, I don't. Yeah, there's one more weapon I needed that I didn't menu in, and I should have. Instead of this operator, I needed to menu in a Mark II. And that was my fault. So we gotta wait for this gecko to look away. I actually got very lucky not getting seen by him there. I did directly roll in front of him. So yeah, I lucked out a lot there. But top deck was good. Still went very well. As long as we don't get an alert on top deck's worth doing. Or top deck goes well. So now I'm gonna put that, no, actually I'm gonna do the second menu,
The corridor leading to GDQ is extended by directed energy weapons that emit certain types of microwaves.
I'm going to do the second menu after Mantis, beast form.
Sounds like the perfect job.
And we'll be okay. I have a second whisper? I got 2 whispers. What if Gary whispered me? Alright, so we're going to enter this with the Mark II equipped so that it replaces the gun after the Mark II, because it won't replace the one you have equipped, it'll replace the next one you were just cycled to. So now we have smoke grenades and the Mark II equipped.
Meryl's in danger.
So we're gonna go try to get these frogs quick. And when we don't get the frogs quick, we're gonna just scare them. Alright, next frog, please. Alright, cool. So here's the plan. What we need to do for the last frog, because we're going for the skip again, is for her to actually listen to us. Gonna shoot her in the body, then throw a smoke grenade towards her and lie down. And if it worked, it did not. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It happens. Hopefully I get it one of these runs. So now I need to make sure I actually do get good shots, because they're no longer going to be a one and done, which could result in this broom being very scary. Come on. Okay, I'm going to try for stun grenade strats. That actually might work out much better. Yeah, stun grenade strats are going to work out much better since I have it. Apparently one of them lived. That's unfortunate. Alright, and now we have one more wave going. Yep. If you link your Amazon Prime, with your Twitch account, it gives you Twitch Prime, which gives you 1 free sub a month. Okay. Alright, Mantis is going to be the same as she was last time. Pop the syringe. Equip the rations for safety at this point. Oops. So I missed, but I got lucky there. That could have been much worse. Yo, welcome back, Cool. Sick, dude. Sub 2? That's great.
Even if she tries to hurt you, Meryl's not acting of her own free will. Don't do anything to hurt her. Knock her
you have to make sure you don't shoot too late, and you have to make sure you don't shoot too early. Both of those trigger very, very adverse reactions. I see. Oh, I don't know why I called you cool. You're Slumdog. Dude, I mixed you up. I'm sorry. You have the same color names. When you're speedrunning, you look at the color of the names, to be honest here. Oh, man, her doll went all the way over here. This is an unfortunate spot for it. Alright, so now that I've picked the doll up, I'm going to do a second menu. I need to menu in a couple things. I need the doll. I want a chaff grenade. In addition to the doll and the chaff grenade, I want my controller. Let's see, doll, chaff grenade, and I need the 50 caliber rifle, and I need the operator. And this is gonna be the last menu for the game. So let's see if we get her. We did, which is good. So now just shake. You heard me shaking there in my chair. Alright. We're going to take her out the same way we've taken out all of the beauties up to this point. We're going to roll away. We're going to roll on our back, front, back. Switch to our 50 cal. 1, 2. Oh, she had iframes during that second shot, so we're not going to get it. Then we're going to move on into the microwave tunnel. So, yeah. Once again, 4 rooms left. 1 of walking. Feel free to read donations. And then another one of walking where I throw a chaff grenade, and then microwave, and then liquid. No skips on MGS1 at the PAL keys.
Enough is enough, Snake. You can't take
What do you mean?
more of it. It's not about winning.
I actually have never sped run MGS1. The only one I've seen is I saw Python, or not Python. I've seen Plywood run Twin Snakes, and I've seen him run the PC version. And the PC version is so broken. I don't even know if you do the PAL keys in the PC version.
Go! Hurry! We'll meet again on the other side.
How do you skip the PAL keys? Or do you mean you're at the PAL keys right now and you're running no skips? I probably misunderstood you entirely there. That's probably what you're doing. Alright, so this is part 2. Throw chaff grenade, and then just run. So, great time for more donations. Because the rest of this is just going to be walking forward up until the final boss. Oh man, Stone Man, what are you thinking of for this run here? I mean, we're still sub 2 real time, which is really good. But what are you thinking? Got it. Okay, so I did misunderstand you, Slum. Oh my god, I'm not skipping that cutscene. That's a personal habit. I sometimes don't skip that cutscene. Alright guys, we're gonna do this. I hope you like mashing triangle! God, I get to mash triangle 3 more times today. Oh, 2 more times today. This is gonna be great. Are you guys ready to see the microwave 3 times today?
Greater damage you'll take. Get through there as quickly as possible.
You know it's gonna be great if my liquid easy run is okay, and then my naked normal is terrible, and then my solid normal is okay, and then my BBH is a sub 2. That'll be beautiful. To get a PB on BBH again would be great. Mass triangle! on the part where you can still steer. You can still steer on the first half, or on the first triangle. It's the second triangle steering is meaningless, and on the third triangle steering is meaningless. Oh, let's do this. So I'm gonna do the same shenanigans in every single run of this game. So I hope you guys are ready. This game is really cinematic. Something I'd like to talk about is how, in order to beat this game in less than 5 hours, you have to skip essentially every cutscene. This game is like 14 hours of cutscenes. I'd say like this game's actually, it's probably like 8 hours of cutscenes alone. It's crazy how many cutscenes. He is smoking hot now that you mention it. Oh, you can still steer in this part. Metal Gear staring at me. Alright, guys. So, when you see the cannon start charging up, and then it's going to show Sunny lifting her pot over the eggs, I'm going to get shocked again. And at that point, I want all of you to join me in mashing your triangle buttons as fast as possible. Or just don't, because you don't actually have to press anything. And I really am tired after pressing triangle that much. So I'm not going to press anything. So yeah, once again, the way that scene works is once the door at the end of the hallway opens, it doesn't matter where you are in the scene. Thank you, Mossy. I appreciate that. Once the door at the end of the hallway opens, it doesn't matter where you are in the scene. It will automatically complete. Oh, that actually, just that little bit hurt. Alright, so we're gonna go for the juggle strats again. Everything in this run has been bad. Everything has been bad. So we're gonna hope. Ah, I deserve that. Come on, the Liquid, do your dash, please. What? How did he get that hidden on me? That was crazy, dude. Alright, good. He's going for the kicks. This is good. This is good. If he's going for the kicks, then it's easy to manipulate him. It's when he gets that quick punch in that it's a problem. My favorite part is how we dance around. Okay, that was a good phase one. He got one hit on us. Unfortunately, it was the slow one, but kick him in the snake eater. You know what? I hope you all love Snake Eater because it's coming. Do a big one? Good, good. We did a... Oh, I almost went through the combo. Oh, excuse me, game? I ducked under that, but whatever. The game was not having that there. Ah, God. Oh my God, come on, dude. Liquid, please. No, dodge! This is what we're talking about with luck here. I've dodged 2 liquid punches in a row, and he still hit me with both of them. Awesome. I'm glad you liked the game, Namari. Excuse me, but Liquid, I don't understand how you were hitting me right now. You know what? I'm just not gonna talk. One punch away from phase 3, guys. One punch away. Beautiful. Alright, let's see how phase 3 goes. No, he immediately opened his hands. So, when Liquid's hands are open, he's going to counter you. When his hands are closed, he's probably going to block you. You have to balance when to hit him. If I can get the juggle, that was my fault. I threw a punch when he had his hands open. If I can get the juggle in, then we'll be good. Free headbutt. Cool. That's cool. Alright, free grab. Yep, we're having a bad Liquid luck again here. Cool, cool. Oh my god, Liquid. Alright, let's do this. 205. 205 is our time. As long as we do it 205, we're good. Alright, we have him open. We just need to keep this juggle up. Nope. I did a dash to try to bait him out of that dodge, and it did not work. So, we're not going to take this because it doesn't do a lot of damage, and he breaks out of it anyway. Oh, God. Yeah, he's being really mean today. Alright, we have an opening. And then I accidentally screwed it up. Oh, come on, game. He's being really mean. Everything so far has just been rough. Oh. And his arms were open. 50% chance his arms are open, so don't worry, we are still good. We still have not gone over time, so this is still good. I shouldn't have taken that. It's habit. Double punch, more cutscenes. Dang. Well, let's all sing Snake Eater, guys, okay? Ah, dude. So we went for the counter, and we got lucky and baited it by being at a distance. It's just a little bit further. Come on, Snake. And we punch each other at the same time. I really cannot stress enough that the run is just... I didn't mean to do a full combo there, but... So each stage of Liquid actually has different timing for its juggle. So you need to learn all 3 stages. But once this is over, then this is over. So we're gonna hope we get lucky here. Nope. He's not gonna open. We're almost there. One more. We should be able to finish this with this next one. Alright, we got him open. And then I accidentally threw in a full combo, but he was one punch away, so... that's stage 3. And this is stage 4. So, again, the only cue to stage 4 is there's a specific line I'm waiting for him to step on. Or waiting for Snake to step on. You'll see it here. Alright. So, once he gets close to that, then I can start throwing punches. And at this point, as long as I keep throwing punches, the game is over. Starting at normal difficulty, Liquid will always get a punch in at the second punch. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just time loss that you have to accept is there. Alright, so time's gonna be on the final punch, just like last time. And that's gonna be the next punch. Alright, get ready on time. And time. 5 seconds underestimate. And that was with absolute terrible RNG. 5 seconds underestimate. So, yep, same ending as last time. That's Metal Gear Solid 4. Thanks, everyone. This is the worst end of Metal Gear. The other one was a pretty average run. That's good. So, all the runs will be roughly like this. And then this one I'm going to keep recording to show you the incentive. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll show the incentive on the last one. So, yep, thanks. That's this video. I hope everyone has a great GDQ.